Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Benjamin Breaker Navani, and we are about to hop into game number 2 between Envyus and G2. As you can plainly see, we are going to have, it looks like, more than likely, yeah. Terra side, aka G2, coming out on top in the knife round, and with that being said, they will be able to determine whether or not they take CT side. It looks like they'll be going with that. I mean, it's a very CT-sided map when you stop and think about it. Looking at this in very layman's terms, you're talking about an easy rotation between bomb site A and bomb site B, a rather rapid one, courtesy of the connector that you have there. Or if you're on CT side and you should somehow manage to get into terrorist territory, we're talking about ladder room. You can also get in pretty quickly there, but on the whole, really, very short rotation time between bomb site B and bomb site A, that much is for sure. So G2 going to be trying to capitalize on the CT side thus far, and looks like this is going to be 3 players for backdoor coming out from Envyus. RPK just waiting there, oh so graciously, oh so diligently and carefully, waiting for someone to overextend, and we might have Existence able to help his teammate capitalize on that situation. Really depends on where the shots land. We did see a hand just now, that is to say Existence, and he's blind firing through smoke. It looks like we've lost X-ray vision. Let me turn that back on. I apologize. I thought it was a little bit odd, but the entries are being made. RPK getting away with a double kill, however, and that is just, you know, him taking names triple to his name. Oh my god, in exchange for only 12 HP. Is he going to get a quadra? It looks like he aims to a well. Will he get the ace? There's a real question. He's going straight toe-to-toe with Happy. Happy shuts him down, gets a double kill to his own name, and Screamy comes in for the cleanup. Beautiful, really. I mean, RPK there, I'm pretty sure he just got a high five from his teammate. And now we're going to be seeing what coming out of Kingwin is the real question. Our Kingwin sponsored team, they played the pistol round out magnificently, of course. Huge thanks to the carry from RPK, really. Just the aim, it was on point. The timing with the shots, everything. He landed everything the way it needed to at the time it needed to be landed, except for, of course, you know, the ace shot. And now it looks like we've got him getting aggressive again. He wants another double kill. He's looking for the triple. He's going to be dueling with Kenny S now. Only 41 HP remains on him. And looks like he might be getting it. Yes, headshot, it will be a triple. And now we've got Happy and NBK in enemy territory. They realize now that the enemy has the bomb. They have visual confirmation on it. Screamy waiting, looking, searching for his entrance. It's not happening just yet. Smith's RPK both watching the bomb. It has been retrieved, however. NBK is going to get one for his own name. And Happy's now trying to make his way into a bomb site, but it's just shut down by Existence is what it is. 3 kills. RPK has Shocks now kind of trapped in ladder room just a little bit. And he's going to let his teammates come in for the finishing blow on this one. Existence gets one to his name. 2 to his name, excuse me. Kingwin, when you stop and think about that for a moment, the way they played that out, you know, no plants for Envyus on round 1 or 2 is going to make this a very easy round 3. MP7 comes out from Screamy. But of course, the one thing they have to remember is not to get overzealous here. Envyus, they do have 5 P250s. If used in the correct situations, they can definitely take down any unsuspecting members of G2 Kingwin who might be overextending. And now, really, G2 Kingwin is not trying to get too overzealous, but of course Shock's kind of overstepping the boundaries of natural CT territory. It's going to be Happy dueling with him a little bit, taking him, sending him back to lick his wounds a little bit with only 49 HP. He does have a TMP in hand. Did make sure that Happy didn't get that exchange for 100% scot-free, but still did not get the better end of that exchange. $82 HP now on Smiths. Apex on the other side of A main. 53 seconds to work with now if you're Team Envyus. And that's definitely an opener. Bomb site B, it looks like there's going to be some reinforcements there, but that I don't know what the full-blown rotate here, because that will open up the pathway into bomb site A for the T's. Envyus is looking for that route, and 32 seconds to go right now. They've got to make a decision. They've got to make it quick. They're going with the A execute. No flashes, nothing to supplement it. Apex just making a sick headshot after he landed a foot shot, if I'm not mistaken. And that's going to be RPK shutting down one. Bomb is being planted. He can hear it. He's going to find a second to his name. He's looking for the triple. Instead, he's going to shut down a little bit by Screamy there. Screamy going to get another one. Happy gets taken down, and now it's all on Shocks against Happy, who has an M4 in hand. He hears the bomb plant going down, and just that's it. Playing for time, and that's all he needed to do. Still an expensive win for G2 Kingwin, but it looks like they can fully afford a buy. Three M4s for G2 Kingwin. Oh my goodness, friendly fire is not going to help Envyus that much, but they do have 4 AK-47s and a Galil to work with. Not superior firepower, but solid all the way across the board. Firepower advantage there for the terrorists, naturally speaking, if you can get a hold of an AK-47, or even if you're talking about a Falmus versus a Galil, you can out-duel a person simply by the nature of how many bullets are in that assault rifle. You even got the advantage of dueling multiple targets, situationally speaking. Smith's getting the opening frag of the round. Definitely going to make Kingwin proud. I do apologize for me being silent. I'm kind of just dozing off here. It's very late at night for me. Getting a second. Existence gets 1, 2 to his name. He's looking for the third, and it looks like Smiths is going to make it a headshot. Envyus looking for that chisel in the armor, looking for that weak spot, but it's just not been found yet. And with every round we see that Kingwin, I mean, with that last round, if I read that correctly, no one died, and that's just something that the entire team is going to put to bank in their pocket. 3250 and 3250 times 5 plus the frag money, you know, that's where it all goes. They just need to repurchase utilities and armor at this point. You know, maybe add a helmet on, but on the whole, Kingwin in a not so bad position as opposed to Envyus. Going with Tech 9 armor quasi buys for the moment, and looks like if there was a time to throw in an anti-entry frag, it would be now. Bomb site B. It was tossed in, didn't connect in much grace, but it looks like now it looks as though Apex does get the opening frag. Streamy getting 1 refrag. NBK coming in for another. He's looking for a second. Looks like the trades have been amazing for just pistols and armor, really. But it looks like RPK's, and he's the one-man army. He's here to shut things down. Screamy with 7 HP. Gonna be looking for that rotate in from Connector. He doesn't know that anyone's there. He's making noise. He's going to be overstepping his boundaries, and that will give away his position. Happy only has a Tech 9. He might be able to grab the M4 here. He will. Frag out, and that's him shutting it down. 1 point on the board for Envyus. You know, right now, Kingwin, do they go with the full buy or do they not? Looks like they will, and some corners will be cut inevitably. As you can see here, Smith does actually lack. He lacks armor on that AWP. It's nearly a glass cannon. Once you stop and think about it, the purchase that he's made, because he's only got a flashbang. It's the only thing that he's got to save himself from, you know, 100% inevitable defeat if he were to be overpowered at one point or another in this match. Existence waiting for someone to overstep their bounds at A main, and it looks like it might happen soon enough. Kenny S coming in, getting 1. It's gonna be a refrag on Apex, and then Happy takes down Screamy. 3 versus 4 is the name of this game. But Shocks, he's in a very valuable position. Gets one, looking for Kenny. He knows the bomb was planted by someone else, not the person he had just shot. That's going to be 2 immediately. Now RPK all on his own, and oh my goodness. Just completely shut down. Two rounds on the board in a row for G2 Kinguin. On the whole, on paper, not bad at all, because when you stop and think about this, this is a complete economic reset for G2 Kinguin, and it could just snowball out of control from here if they can't get it together and just take things back to the enemy. But they've already brought it back to 1-for-1. Nice headshot here onto Apex. But Screamy is taken down nonetheless, and that's going to be Smith's that's left. Happy one getting a double frag, and that is now Kenny S bringing things back to the enemy team, and it looks like this is the map for Team Envyus. Now full buy coming in here from G2 Kinguin. Utilities not so hot. They are missing helmets. Envyus, if they were to lose this without a bomb plant, it would still be a decent buy, not solid 100% all the way across the board. Screamy waiting for someone to overextend that corner. NBK tossing out a Molotov to no effect really, other than letting the enemy know his present positioning. Not entirely awful, but nearly comes out on top in the duel against Shocks with only 4 HP remaining. Speaking of 4, it's 4 versus 4 in the name of this game, and Envyus does not have the man advantage as long as, well, now it's back to 4 versus 4 with man HP advantage, everything. Smithy bringing things back to 3 versus 3, and now 1-for-1 in this exchange. 2 versus 2 is the name of this game, with Kinguin kind of at a slight disadvantage. They don't have an AWP on hand, but at the same time, when you examine G2 Shocks for a moment, anything, just sneezing on him will take him out of this game. Happy one right next to Shocks. Here's the footsteps. Wants to make sure that he's not going to be popping out on the right side of that fuel card just yet, excuse me. Struggling to find words, stuttering as it gets late into the night. 18 seconds remain, and a play has yet to be made by Envyus. They are going to go for the bomb site B plant. It's been made. Huge stack on a bomb site A coming from G2 Kinguin. They thought it was going to be A since they saw nothing, and that's going to be Happy taking down one. He's looking for the second. I think he knows Screamy is there. If not, Kenny certainly knows he is. There it is. Very expensive win, but a win's a win. And it looks like altogether, Envyus, although this does hurt their economy, it is not absolutely 100% god-awful for them. They still maintain, it's better than a loss. I mean, obviously, black and white, night and day difference, really. But on the whole, G2 Kinguin in a much, much worse spot than Team Envyus at the moment. Giving themselves 4 wins at this point. Envyus must not be feeling very comfortable at the moment. No opening frags just yet, but it looks like we might just have someone behind electric box. It's going to be Existence dueling with Apex, struggling for that headshot. Can't find it just yet, however. That is going to be, looks like Screamy following things up, just taking over for the moment. And Kenny S, he's looking for something to connect that shot with. Apex spots Smithy, not looking at him. However, he's immediately refracted by Screamy. NBK going to be taking him down, and the entry is being made for bomb site A. Firing through smoke. It's going to be Shocks coming out on top in that duel. Bomb being planted 2 versus 2 at the moment for about 5 solid seconds, and that's going to be Kenny S getting one, taken down immediately. Shocks getting the refrag. Can he get the triple? He cannot, as NBK with 1 HP takes Shocks down and salvages the AWP with the very few seconds that he has left. Now you've got G2 Kinguin going in with an auto sniper on Smithy, a smoke as well as a flash to accompany that. I can respect the decision for him to not get the helmet, because after all, if you're facing off against terrorist weapons and you're going to take a headshot with no surface to block you, no electrical box or anything like that, and taking an auto sniper to electrical box is not very viable, by the way, then it's really nothing. There's nothing you can really do if a bullet's going to hit you in the face. Scream just firing into the room that overwatches bomb site B. Lawn chairs right next to it. On the outside, on the balcony, if you will. Now we have Apex. Looking for a target, really. Looks like Envyus might be making a huge entry into bomb site B. Certainly making a lot of noise in that direction, but it's just I say that they are actually redirecting themselves with the bomb at A, not A, but like A main, there we go. Back towards T spawn, and they're making the entrance. Existence blind, he's going to find one, but he's not going to be able to get the finishing damage done to it. Devil will fall in the background. Apex gonna take down Smiths. It's now Screamy getting Apex. Firing through smoke will get another target as well, and that's NBK all on his lonesome. He's gonna find one. He's gonna find two. He's got to get RPK out of this game, and it looks like he just misses, jumps, rotates, and is unable to land any of those bullets. RPK will escape this firefight with 100 HP and no helmet to his name kit. Everything else in between, he does finally actually buy a helmet, but this was an expensive win coming in from Kinguin. 5 wins in a row from Envyus, and they are still able to make a buy. And I think this round is going to be a very, very big highlight round, simply based on the premise that the loser is going to go back to Eco. That's 35 HP remaining on Kenny S. Not a great way to start things off. But look at the entrance. Oh my goodness. Happy he sees it. He knows the M4 is there. And that was such a... Was that a bait? This is the real question. Existence just... You saw the overprying smoke there. That was a... If it was a very cute tactic coming in, but already NBK coming in, getting one frag. He's taken down by Screamy. Screamy gets himself a quad by the end of the round. He's happy to get away with that too. High five to him. Maybe a little bit more bow chicka wow wow than he's used to. Maybe, just maybe. Envyus, you know, what they had was a very solid advantage, but unfortunately after I wouldn't say throwing away that last round, but not able to perform up to par, they are putting themselves in a very, very difficult position. They only get $1,400 for that loss, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm sorry. They got a little bit more than that. Yeah, they should have gotten a little bit more than that. At least 1,900, if I'm not mistaken. If that was the second loss in a row. They didn't get the bomb planted or anything else like that. Smoke going in now to ladder room, and that's going to just send to T's in an opposite direction. Only P250s on some of these players, you must bear in mind. Devil watching backdoor, unable to find anything that he can duel against, but he's relatively speaking a little bit lit. Apex and Happy are as well, and this is looking like it's going to be an increasingly difficult entry coming in from the T side. RPK opening things up with a nice frag. Existence getting one to his name as well. Screamy, Smiths, and Existence are also in this, and this is a bank builder for G2 Kinguin. Now it looks like it's going to be a full buy coming out from Envyus, but it's going to be slightly lackluster. We've got one utility man with a Galil, and then 4 AK-47s to go with it. Smoke going down on A main. Apex is going to get boosted above that smoke. He will see a target, and that is going to be the first frag of the round. Altogether, somewhat smooth sailing. It was a little bit ghetto how they spotted that target, but at the same time, you got to do what you got to do to get the win. Putting themselves one leg up on this round. At back door, we see Devil struggling to make an entrance. Looks like he'll be going through the smoke after all. And Kenny S gonna get one frag and Happy another. This is looking like, I don't know what's going on here, but Envyus definitely playing a very strong terrorist side on what is a very CT-sided map. Execution was solid all the way across the board. No hesitation, and they managed to land all the frags that they needed. The question is, round 14. There's not too many more rounds left to go in this half, so I mean, really, momentum swing is not really a huge factor here, but at 1400 to what you see here, and there it is, like, we'll be seeing a full buy or forced buy of some form coming out of G2 Kinguin. I would be surprised to see Envyus take 8 rounds to their name. I really would be. But if they were able to do that well on their T side, I imagine their CT side could only be just as strong, if not stronger. But we're about to find out how things pan out here in the near future. That's the entrance happening. That's NBK getting the opening frag. G2 Screamy getting a refrag under Apex. Kenny S taking down Screamy. Star player out of the mix for the time being. Kenny S getting lit by that Molotov, and now it's 2 versus 2. Who's gonna come out on top of this? The positioning is a little bit awkward there, because if we're looking at Existence right now, he's not in a hot position, but he does find one frag, firing through smoke now, and over at the overlooking area, we do see now Happy 1. He's now re-entering. RPK still watching the overpass. He's been spotted. Happy 1 now forced to duel versus 2 targets. Not going to get overzealous here. Existence just takes his time, duels, aims, and lands every single shot. Unfortunately, Happy hits nothing. And it looks like Kinguin, G2 Kinguin might just take the final round of the first half. But let's not count Envyus out of it just yet. They've got, relatively speaking, glass cannon buy coming from Kenny S. And 3 AK-47s as well as a Galil coming from NBK to Devil on the roster. Here we are, Incendiary going down to kind of stem the flow of any CTs, or any CTs going in. Perfect anti-entry flash, and that is looking like it's going to be teamwork for the win. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just Shocks getting in a double kill there with a 5-7, and Existence cleaning up Happy 1. That ends the last round of the first half, and now we're going to see both sides swap. I don't think everyone's ready just yet. Might see some kind of a bathroom break, as we do apparently have some kind of AFKs there. We're going to take things into a short break, and then we'll be back shortly. Don't go away. Apologies, I had my audio muted. So here we are in the second pistol round. Rather, that is to say, the first round of the second half. And I was just saying that, there it is. If Kinguin win this, then we're looking at a huge momentum swing in their favor. That's going to be Apex getting one refrag. They're just piling in through backdoor. That's not too pretty. And oh my goodness. Apex getting a double kill. Triple rather. And Happy just getting in the cleanup. Looks like Envyus. I was going to say I wouldn't count them out of... I wouldn't count them out if we were to see G2 Kinguin come out on top in the pistol round. But it looks like we won't need to, meditate on that scenario too terribly much, as we do have Envyus actually winning the pistol round. And now we've got G2 Kinguin going into the forced buy round, where they try and take control of this round and bring the money back into their favor. NBK getting lit up on not too terribly pretty. Firing towards backdoor now. Apex on top of backdoor car. Looks like we're going to be seeing Screamy going for the duel. Devil just waiting for the entry of existence. He did see a shoulder there. He's going to go ahead and get the head off of that player, and that's going to be Apex getting one to follow up as well. He's now watching the back door. He knows he's got someone to duel against. He's got to throw a smoke there and just say, hey, don't come at me. I'm going to be dueling against your friends at ladder. Happy getting one. Looking for the second. He is going to find it. And now Shox is in... I would say a position that's quite deserving of at least a little bit of pity. He's got the bomb, he's got a deagle, he's got Kevlar, and it's going to take a ring and a prayer for him to really win this round. He's now venturing towards bomb site B, the more desirable of the two sites. Not surprisingly, based on the fact that he met so much resistance there at bomb site A. He did fake out the plant, but unfortunately, because it's not live, his teammates will not reap any financial benefits thereof. So G2 Kinguin on eco yet again. And this one's going to be a lot less pretty than the last one when you stop to examine the situation. No armor, just pistols and a deagle, really. 2 P250s, 2 Glocks, and a deagle. I feel like it's not going to cut it versus what we got coming from Team Envyus at the moment. Devil's waiting for an overextension here. He's, oh my god, perfect timing on that frag. Gets RPK down to 32 HP. Takes a good chunk off of Smiths, and it looks like he's going to throw that incendiary just to discourage any chasers. Just the way things need to be. Screamy waiting right outside of ladder room. Now it looks like he's going to dive down. Kenny S getting frag one. It's going to be Apex and Happy just splitting them from then on out. It's actually Apex who gets a second double kill and all of that. I do apologize. But right now, Kinguin not looking too terribly hot. They did take 9 rounds off the first half while they were on CT side, but Envyus is looking at them and saying, it's our turn now, bro. Let us have it. And Envyus, the bank here, I would say, I'm not going to say it's amazing, but it's certainly, in some ways, a little bit solid. The real problem here is Kenny S. His economic situation is not looking too hot. If he's taken down and they're unable to salvage his weapon, then he's basically stuck in a difficult buy. But Kenny's been doing good on the fragging. Gets 2 to his name thus far. Smith's looking for 1. Shock's going to get 1 to his name, and it's back to... I mean, that's Kenny S off of the map. 2 versus 1, and it's all on Devil to pull off the win.
Bomb has been planted.
Here's the beeps at bomb site A. He can hear the footsteps. And I think the reload is going to get him 1, and now it's 1 versus 1 with his position being revealed. Shox comes out on top in that duel, and that's going to put G2 Kinguin at a win. But this is that situation I was talking about for Envyus. A little bit awkward there. Just a little bit. I mean, they had to have Shox, if I'm not mistaken, go ahead and buy an AWP, but that's all they're going to be able to play off of, and they know that they can't they can't lose from this deficit. If they do, they're in a very difficult position. Smith has his own AWP existence with a Tech 9, so there's their disadvantages with a one-man win and a bomb plant and 5 executions. Rather, five frags, if you will. It's gonna be Kenny S opening things up on top of a main car with a FAMAS. Happy waiting for RPK to enter, and he's gonna find that shot. Boy. 4 versus 5, and this is definitely going back and forth. What is typically a very one-sided map is looking like it's not turning out to be so dominant for either side. It's just been, well, I mean, I take that back. The first half was very dominant for Kinguin, at least initially, and now it's looking like it's coming back for them on the T side just a little bit in some ways, but firepower advantage in the hands of was in the hands of Kinguin, but now it's most certainly in the hands of Envyus, just by merit of the man advantage. Devil looking for that shot, can't quite find it. 2 versus 1, and that's gonna be Devil getting the final frag, and Shox is now off the map. 5 Glocks for G2 Kinguin. This is gonna be a difficult win for them at the moment. I imagine they'll be making some pistol purchases. If not, they're just going straight glass cannon. Oh, that's gonna be 3 Deagles, 2 P250s, 4 armors. Screamy and Smith both waiting outside of A main, trying to make that entry, and the control here is actually coming in from Envyus. Very assertive on bomb site A at the moment. NBK, he's holding his ground against Shox for the time being. Pistols and armor here. This could definitely set back G2 Kinguin if they're unable to win this round. It's Happy. Pretty lit there. NBK with the UMP. Taking one down. Kenny S in the background doing his job and doing it well. Is this where we see Envyus take control of the map and dictate the tone from here on out? It's going to be Existence. Nice walling headshot there. Oh my god, Screamy with his own 2 versus 3. Like, to think this is at one point 2 versus 5. Now it's 2 versus 3. This is actually looking, I don't know, it's still extremely difficult for G2 Kinguin to come out on top in this round, but as long as they're breathing, it's a possibility. Right now, it's also worth noting that Devil is out of position. There's the frag that they needed, and they're on bomb site A. 17 seconds to go. Rotate now coming in. Existence, what on earth is he feeding? Is he being fed in the morning? Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of fans out there who would love to have twice as much as what he's eating. Screamy waiting by with the FAMAS, and that's gonna give G2 Kinguin an 11th round if I'm looking at this correctly. Like 1 for 1 for 1 for 1 for 1 is what this game is, and now I'd say that the huge factor here is the fact that Kenny S does not have an AWP to work with on this round. I think this is basically more or less Envyus gonna give G2 Kinguin this round, not easily. Excuse me, but rather more or less it's forced their hand. This is a very uncomfortable position to work your way into if you are on CT side right now. Screamy getting a double kill. Existence getting a cleanup, and that's gonna be Shox looking for one all his own. Really, 5-man win. That's a bank builder for G2 Penguin. It was pretty back and forth on map 1, but I don't think it's come closer than this match just yet. Screamy just hopping back and forth, trying to find targets. And now Envyus, they've gone with full-blown pistol purchases this round. They know they can't buy, so just add 2,200 to what they have right now, and you'll see that, I mean, without frags, that's what it is on paper. Happy looking for something. Screamy is gonna get 2 straight off the bat. That's gonna be NBK getting 1 refrag. Screamy, just it's there. The rotate has to be made now by Devil. 1 versus 4. Oh my God, Happy. He knows what's up. He knows what's up. He wants another frag. He wants another ace. He wants to make this his team's round. Like, hey guys, Happy has a deagle. Let's not go in there. But the bomb's there. Oh, damn. You're right. You know, I forgot this is the Happy who pulled off that ace, but they did manage to retrieve the bomb, and now they are poised right outside of bomb site B. Devil making that rotate. Smokes are being made, and the entrance has been, it's been made announced. It's been made clear, more or less. Devil on the other side of that smoke. The plant coming in is live. He's waiting for it. Oh my, the reflex there from Shocks is too much. And Smith, he takes it down. As careful as they were, really, Team Envyus could not, they could not counter-execute bomb site B. Now the money is there for G2 Penguin 3 rounds later. You know, if they were to lose this one, I don't think it would be any major consequence to their economy. We would see that RPK would, no matter what, he would, his utilities would be extremely limited. He would choose from 1 frag, 1 smoke, full armor, and unless maybe he wanted to cut a helmet off, he could not afford more than 2 flashbangs at most. NBK making a nice counter entry frag at bomb site A's back door. Now we've got Screamy going around the top, and Apex is going to be doing what for the time being is the real question. Big stack on B, ready to make those entries happen. RPK gets 1 frag, and that's going to be Happy taking down another. Oh, man. Well, Envyus hold their ground thus far. Screamy, last man standing. He's going to get 1 frag, and this might be the bomb plant path. If his team loses, then they get a little bit more money. And, ooh, Kenya's going for the flick, and that's going to be him getting the finishing blow. Alright, so bad things for Envyus here. If they lose the next round, if we're talking they lose round 10, then they are kind of in a spot economically where they are pretty shot. They only stand to make 1,400 off of it. But they're going with double op setup, so maybe this will work out for them. It's pretty, I don't know about Happy using an AWP. I don't know how he performs on that. Perhaps he's better, maybe he's one of those hybrid players, but they finally get the money to make it happen, and that's going to be Happy getting 1 while he's immediately refragged by Smiths. Smith's now looking for that other frag. He's going to find it. He's looking for the 3rd, but it's going to be Kenny who gets it shut down. It's been 2 for 2 in the exchange. Kenny getting another while hopping out of a Molotov. Gets a double kill to his name. It's going to be Apex who comes in as reinforcement and works it out successfully. Kinglin, I mean, I've been noting this left and right for G2. I said that if they lost that last round, then they would still be able to afford a full rebuy. in many ways, but utilities would be missing. But with the bomb plant, that made up for the utilities. And what I mean to say right now is G2 Kinguin in their present state and form, it's hard to say, it's hard to call with 100% certainty. I'm trying to pull my head together, but it's very late at night for me, and there it is. Envyus expensive win. Slightly profitable, but I mean, it's almost negated by the fact that there are 2 drops that are going to need to be made. There we go. Entry smokes and flashes being made. That is now looking like Kinguin's kind of taking it to Team Envyus on this round, but that's 3 versus 1 now. I mean, Devil is the last man standing, is rotating in now from ladder room. They did hear him. He's over by Electric Existence, just knocks him out. Triple kill. That round only took 31 seconds. And just like that, in the drop of a dime, we can see that Team Envyus are now kind of on the back foot, 12-14. I just feel like the rush into bomb site A was really all that Kinguin needed, and it shows here. Full-blown utilities on everyone except for Shocks. No one can really blame him, but to avoid overtime, now we see Envyus making pistol purchases accompanied by armor. This is not an easy situation to work your way back from. But as I say, Apex makes it look easy with a double kill in 1 clip. They're now popping out of ladder room. And Shocks is bringing it back little by little. He's going to get another with the assistance from RPK. And at this moment, firepower superiority is there for Envyus. Excuse me, for Kinguin. Those are situational weapons coming from Happy and Devil. They're not, you know, 100% global, no matter the distance, with helmet, headshot, kill weapons. AK-47 is that. Shocks just taking down Happy. Bomb's looking like it's going to be planted. It's at least faked temporarily. Connector is the real danger here. Very obvious place to enter into bomb site A, and RPK heard the footsteps, sees the head, opens up, takes him down. That puts Kinguin on 15 points. Match point is the round they're at right now, and Envyus are going to be forced to go with a forced buy for the time being. Here we go. They're going in through ladder room. Very quick entry. Apex down to 1 HP very quickly. Screamy gets the finishing blow. Now we're going to be seeing RPK looking for someone's head. I think that was NBK who was aiming for. He couldn't quite land the shots he needed. He knows someone's in connector. He knows they're not going to come out anytime soon. But as I say that, they do make the counter entry. It fails initially. RPK taken down now by Happy. And he's the last man standing. He does have an M4 in hand, but is forced to deal with a P250 due to the rapid entry coming from the CTs. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and congratulate G2 Kinguin for winning map number 2 against Envyus, and that was very close in some regards. There's so many things to cover, but really, I'm too tired to talk about it. I do apologize for any inconvenience, and we will be back next time. I'm gonna call it a night and get some sleep, so we'll see you guys later.